Today, I'll be reciting for you a poem that was written by me a couple of days back, last month. Uh, Me and my mom were having a conversation on phone, and then, like after a few days, when that emotion that my mother and I had when I was talking, and then some past memories were all popping up because I live alone and stuff like that. So that helped me formulate this poem. The poem's title is Where is Pihu? Where is Pihu? Pihu here refers to a regional native bird which is found in different parts of India, but in Bengal, we it's a small bird that when it's a bird when it speaks, it sounds like Pihu Pihu like that. I forgot the name of the bird. I think it's quail, but maybe not. That's why I will not uh, tell much about it. I think it's found all over the world, this particular bird, but when it speaks, it sounds like pihu, pihu, like that. Like it's very musical, very sweet. Yeah. So the poem's title is Where is Pihu? Where is Pihu? In the slacking courtyard of a rust-stained afternoon, why did a crack appear with the gentle murmur of the breeze? Why is the western sky veiled with gradient clouds? A little bird keeps calling, Where is Pihu? Where is Pihu? Why is she homeless today? Why is she without her companion now? I do have the element of forgetting stuff. This I know of. Perhaps it's familial. Perhaps it's born out of my overbrooding thoughts. Maybe that's why I too remain lost or locked within this cave of a room. Those who run like steed, silently in haze, what do they seek, in essence? A pihu like the piha bird, or a tomorrow full of hope? Does one even know oneself? And what do I know per se, trapped within my square veil of indifference and habits, wearing a brown rust in this stale afternoon of a self? I take a turn to look towards the camphor white eastern sky now. There the moon smiles in an austere, burnished guise, draping the balm of the afternoon's soothing. Today the moon's face feels spotless. Then why don't I feel beautiful today? Like the pretty moon dwelling in the sky, like my calm inducing mother? Indu ponders, lying alone on her bed. Last year, her little brother drowned accidentally. It's been 10 days since smallpox blanched her flesh. Like today, even in those two lecherous days, there loomed this perilous moon soaked afternoon, veiled half in her shadowy garb, while in the wind, melancholically, the piha bird kept calling, Where is Pihu? Where is Pihu? Yeah. Hi, guys. Yeah. So I am here to recite some poems if you guys want to listen. So right now I recited a poem uh, about my life, and I was reciting a poem that was written by me, and I just felt like reciting it for somebody who wants to hear me out. Yeah. So I would about it's not the poem that I recited was not about my life, but yes, it was inspired from the life or the existence that I'm living in, because I live alone, like most of the people are living alone nowadays. So it bloomed from that thought. But yes, it has got lots of elements in it. My mother and I were having a conversation from there. Yeah, you can watch it. I mean, you may like it, maybe may get bored, but yeah. So I'm gonna recite one more poem for you guys. Let me see. Okay, it's a poem, short poem, pretty short. Again, written by me because I've written multiple poems in the last many years. I usually don't like to recite or come in public, but today I felt like, yeah, let me recite some poems for you guys. Come live and talk about it. Yeah. Okay. So this poem is titled Wish I Could Stay. At this moment, why does my heart yearns to flirt with feeble goosebumps pulsating through my veins? If dreams aren't real, why does it feel right now? You're breathing next to me, draped in your sliver of a loin. Your pursing flesh, which of eaves and descends, feeds fed by your softly tremored breaths, which clicks in my mind as framed memories. I don't want this mood to end. I wish I could stay longer. But death did do us apart, I guess. Mr. Harbinger is waiting to boat me the thread, beyond which, along with my ashes, my yonder shall dwell. Yeah, I'm a little bit nervous, like when people are coming like 16, 14, 12, I felt a little bit nervous. Because I am a very private person. I don't like to come in public and talk much. Sometimes I do, but yeah, today, I feel like talking, so I came. Uh, Here's one more poem I've written. It was written on 13th of August this year. It's a pretty long poem. Uh, it's a little melancholy, a little sad poem, I would say. I think so. I mean, it's been a while I've gone through it, but let's see. Let's read it. I don't even remember what I wrote. So yeah, I'll read it for you guys. The poem's title is Deep in Soil. I look at escape vents crossing every exit sign. In this docile paradigm called life, all life, or smashed potato, wanting to stop, I wish to pause. But nevertheless, I carry on. Breaking the melancholy of a poem left unbaked, dangling in an oven, with a placenta hanging out at an end, and a doubt pertaining in my mind to continue sleeping or blink out my wake. I castrate my daily chores, however mundane, how so bored, slicing through curvatures and strains inflicted in trashed, forbidden clauses of mind. Closets keep on shrinking into a merry pit. Ha! Daring to leave tasks unfinished, not happening in my watch. God says, but does he, she, they, them, it even exist? Only the dead one knows. The one breathing in whom has no clue what's in store outside his or her home. Knock, knock. Did I hear a joke? Darling, trust me. Any whiskey and chivas for me. Tunnels are being carved through holes beyond hole. Not to weave out lives, but to bury them more and more and more. Tomorrow's promise to form, it might fail you, you know. I may be blessed to exist in a limbic state, fornicating with nirvana in a space cocooning my flesh, my sense, where hunger, thirst, love, and poverty won't invade, making hell and heaven merge as a whole while the entire universe begins to sink. Multiple or single, collision or mingled, all shall fuse in a blink, while I shall pledge with wings and all fingers crossed to not halt in a pause of days or take minutes to break. I am hoping to evade my state, this stanched existence, covering my crust with phlegmatic pragmatism's pus. Why does no one trust me on this greening truth? Clovers with luck may have 5 or 3 petals to pluck. I failed to jump over the fence today. though it is just a foot high. Why? I don't know. My feet won't raise beyond the millimeter range. Those many inches which I can easily see before, yet fail to cross. I wish I wasn't an ostrich, but an albatross. And eh, sorry about that. That's the poem that I wrote. I just recited it for you guys, and yeah. Anyways, this is the last poem for today. It's titled Beefed. I wrote it on 30th of July this year. Let's see how it goes. Gullies, mohallas, on a hay-stained day, if decide to dress all to grey, while smoke breathes air sparkle with sooty stained rice, I just know it ain't the old paradise, where lies were framed in onion peeled trains, stocking up human folks for fun and games, coaling up iron oven with gases and grains, call upon the monsters, whisper my name. My birth's been stale, with no fairy tale to tell. When words get scrambled, where phonetics sound the same, this may seem lame, but I ain't much sane, since sainthood are granted to monsters nowadays. Oh, don't grieve on karma, the calisthenics of faith, for faith has juxtaposed with fear and hate. While folk starts to lynch over thoughts they hate, Jai Hind ho Jai Hind, even the mute must say. Grievances won't be pistoled while roofs fall of schools. Chai o chai, tea sellers must stop. For frock wearing pedos can hang themselves for a day. I must not chop off my tongue, and that says, what spade is a spade, what said must be said. Unspoken in this Kohram, I won't waltz in grace. For hanging is inevitable when my death is set on a date. So shout, O holy heroes of Holy Land, long live blah, long live blah, long live blah, long live blay, in trash and trend, shout, shout, shout. Later on, feel free to add old adjectives while praying to gain traction in God's creek of bliss. While during your fully 4-course meals, watch children die across state, color, and creed and street. But let's not get it all dry out while guillotine is burning blue. Blood to rots with time. Did you know this clue? Coin in haram's harem, who slaughtered the moo. Ha, now everyone is married to silence in our so-called Desi Jew. Yeah. So see you guys. Have fun.